Good morning, good morning, good morning. So it is just a few minutes until 7 a.m. On any given random trading day. And what I want to do here is do a quick video this morning. I do these on occasion. So do a quick video this morning showing where the power zones are, the TAOST power zones are. So here's one, the low power zone, the balance zone, and the high power zone, right? And then of course you see where the price action is at the moment. You see where all the other points of interest are. And what I'm going to do is combine this with a video at the end of the day, just kind of recapping or showing what happened over the course of the day, how the power zones influenced the price action or didn't, although they normally do, and point out anything that looks interesting with respect to the price action over the course of the day. Okay, so that's what this is about. That's what it's for, and hopefully you'll find it useful. All right, we'll see you this afternoon. Take care. A quick addendum here. I would have been, or I would be remiss to not point out levels that I think might be interesting that also happen to coincide with the power zones right now, right? So right here, right, you see price fell away from the balance zone overnight and came down here and tested the top of the low power zone, right? Went back up and retested what was support, right? This area right here, at the bottom of the balance zone, and is now a resistance, right? Went right back, tested it, failed, came down and broke through the low power zone to go down and make a lower low, right? Now, what's going to be truly interesting is to see how price reacts right here, right, as it gets back to the low power zone, or even up to here, right, anywhere in here, if the low power zone is able to turn it, including back up to what was support, broken, and is now resistance here, right? So you got kind of multiple levels of resistance sitting overhead. You have this one that starts right here, right, and extends up to here, right? You have another one that's kind of cloudy. Another one is kind of right here, right? And then finally you have a pretty big one that starts here, right? If you go back to here, right? And extends all the way up to, I would say it extends up to this big point of interest up here, if not up to the overnight high, right? But for now, we'll just say it extends up to 28, and see what, if any, impact that has, if it can even get that high. Okay? So that's it. That's truly it for this morning. We'll see you at the next part of this little video series. Take care. Okay, folks, it's the end of the day here, and I wanted to revisit, come back, and show you how the points of interest as well as the power zones performed over the course of the day. If you recall, this is about how things looked when I did the videos this morning. And just as a reminder, this was support turned into resistance, right, as you can see from right here, and then we proceeded on, right? So let's just move this over to 9:30. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, this is the 930 bar. This is how we opened up, right? And again, we were wondering if, if price rallied, where would resistance be, right? Would it be here, or would it be here, right? Turns out it was closer to this level, right? At least initially, as we rolled over here. Dropped down pretty well, managed to get through this point of interest, but not quite to this lower one down here before we turned back up, and proceeded to try to push higher, right? But what really gets interesting is this candle right here, right? We pushed right back up, not in a straight line, but we did push back up. But the low power zone as resistance held, right? And I can tell you, having already looked at this, that was all she wrote to the upside, right? And now we basically caught up, right? This point of interest down here turned us again, or at least held us from truly collapsing, and that is where we stand at the moment, right? So what's the point of this kind of trilogy of videos? The power zones are incredibly powerful, right? We don't use them as price is definitively going to turn at a given level, but we use them as a place to start watching very, very, very closely, right? And using other things, our setups, our triggers and things like that, to get us into high probability trades, because it can really, really serve us well, right? My guys know that if we're approaching one of the power zones or the neutral zone, which is something that you'll learn about if you join our day trading mastermind, if price is approaching it from one side or the other, we're looking for the zone to turn price as it did here, right? This is much less common, where price kind of just blows through, right? So using it in that way can help us position ourselves and be ready, help us put the market into context so that we can be ready to take the trades that are the highest probability and have the best chance of working out. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video, and as well as for this series of videos. I hope it's been helpful. As always, if you have questions, you can reach out to me at the bottom of this video, or after. I think there may be quiz questions after this video, or you can always hit contact and reach me that way. Okay, so that's it. We'll see you at the next video. Take care.